Okay, sorry about that. I went live and then I forgot that I hadn't changed the thumbnail, so it was just a picture of me. It was just a picture of me like doing my hair and stuff, but obviously can't be having that. Um, First off, I know I know a lot of you guys are from states and whatnot. I'm not sure if they celebrate it in America, but obviously it is Thanksgiving for all of you, for a lot of you, and I just want to say, I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate it. A lot of people who are, expressing how grateful they are for everything today, which is fantastic. It's good to see. You know, as we all know, been such a rough year. And it's good to have a day of, remembering what we're grateful for. And there is obviously a excuse me, there is obviously a part of me that feels like, on a special day for a lot of people, not bad, but that, I shouldn't. I don't know. There's just a nagging part of me that's just like, doing what I'm doing right now on on a day where everyone is, so happy and with their family and stuff. I kind of, there's a part of me that feels bad, but there wasn't a better time for me to do what I'm going to do right now, and I have to do it. This guy was sorry, sorry. I'm still really upset. Shit. I'm sorry. Fuck. Oh. Fuck. I find it so devastating. Yesterday I was like, I was just in bits, man. I was in bits. I'm sorry. I never knew him, obviously. I've never met him. But when someone's music really moves you, shit. Okay, we're to celebrate him, I'm just, it's got me. This one's got me quite a bit. Um, yeah. Anyway, he was. I wrote a tweet about around a week ago about people's music moving you enough that it makes you cry, and that hadn't happened. That hadn't happened with him. It's more. It's not so much euphoric, his music. Well, it is euphoric in parts. Thinking about castles in the sky and whatnot. But it's more bass influenced, obviously, his music. But thinking about that tweet, thinking about the extent to which his music has moved me, listening to it now, it's probably going to get to that point because it's just, I find it's so devastatingly sad. And I'm not even someone who knew him. I I loved his music a lot, and he seemed I as I said, I didn't know him, so he just seemed to give off a really good vibe. Um, but yeah, I'm sad. It's just aside from the music, aside from what he was doing artistically, um, just it's just so his age, the potential, the talent that he had. It to think that someone like that is then just gone. And I don't want to speculate about how it happened. That's the last thing I want to do. But to all of you out there, if any of you feel alone in any way, or like you need someone to talk to, please do it. You're worth it, and your life matters. Sorry. Fuck. Sorry. I haven't looked at the chat yet. I'm sorry, but I just had to say what I had to say there. Whew. But I want to celebrate him and his music. So we're gonna play some bangers, right? We're gonna play some fucking great music that he made. I'm excited for it. I've got a big cuppa to accompany me and keep me feeling somewhat sane, Oh, bloody hell, that's hot. Fucking hell. Okay. Oh, excuse me while I just set this up. Oh, it's just I feel like he's already such an iconic figure, Well, he was he was an iconic figure, having not even, been operating under that alias for that long, only a few years, He was Forks before, as many of you will know, making all sorts of music. Did a bit of everything as Forks he did, but yeah, I did enjoy Forks, but it was with this project that he really just completely, I listened to techno quite a bit in the years leading up to me starting this channel. In my third year at uni, the people I lived with, they were big fans of it, and they played it quite a lot, and that helped me get into it quite easily. But yeah, this was next level. So yeah, let's play some bangers, shall we? Oh, what's going on there? Maybe that's the wrong side. Boop, boopity boop. Okay. Oh god. First song that I want to play is Analog, which was, I must admit, I found out about him after. I didn't find out about this song when it came out, kind of thing. I found out about him after it came out, but I went back through his whole discography at one point. Can't remember how long ago, and yeah, this was a good one. What are we saying? Yeah, talk about Mr. Big. These beats are fucking huge. I'm telling you that much. I can just see him now, just fucking that little jig that he did, Also, no cap today headband, in honor of him, And like for me, you can hear there that the ideas are in place, but like the production isn't quite there. And I think it was at this point where it was like an extensive period almost in those earlier years for IO of just really having the ideas, but you could hear that there was just a little bit more to go with like the rounding of his sound, just getting there. And it took a little while, I think, to like really come into its own as a project, but fucking hell, my god, when it did. And that's what we're going to move on to now. So I'm going through my favorites from him chronologically. So that was 2018, that tune, and now we have another one that I really like from 2018, which is Bad Things with No Manner and Faye on the vocals, I think. No, I don't know if Faye is on the vocals, but yeah, basically there's been a kind of VIP of this tune that came out this year called Badder Things, which is fantastic. And yeah, this is the original, so just gonna play a minute or so of this one as well. I mean, a lot of people on this channel have been like, they hear songs that I love, and these kind of pounding techno beats are just like, a lot of people say, I'm not entirely sure what you like about that. There's not a lot of variety kind of thing, but for me, there is a massive art in timing, in placement, and layering, gradual layering, not just stacking a load of sounds on top of each other in a very combustible and explosive way. And this is like as primal as it gets. It's all about bass music. At the end of the day, it's bass music that we love. The really primal, almost animalistic appeal of it. It's very tribal almost, and this is just the purest kind of bass that you're gonna get. Do you know what I mean? It's just so raw, so just full of atmosphere, body, and yeah, for people that are open to getting into techno or trying to get into it, just I suppose just see it as that, like a succession of the purest hits of bass you can get, I suppose. So yeah. Yeah, iconic vocal sample, pounding beat, as I touched on. Just, I love it. I love the consistency of it. Songs like that that really got me into the genre. Yeah, I can't really underestimate the part he's played in making me love a specific kind of music so much. Like, anyway, moving on, going into 2019 now, and we're gonna hear "No Sleep," which is another that I was just completely, from the first listen, obsessed with. Like, there's just a real charm to it and a kind of melodic flavor that isn't massively present in a lot of his other tunes that are fantastic. But for me, this one just has a real musical, outright musical charm to it, and a real warmth to it as well. Just you'll hear it, you'll know what I mean. But that in combination with the vocal sample as well, it's beautiful. Should have been too hot on me. Lift me up so I can see. Should have been too hot on me. You can hear the power in that vocal. Lift me up so I can see. I can't get no sleep. Yeah, I don't. I haven't fixed it yet, so that the music's coming through whatever, so that you can hear it how I can hear it. To be honest, I don't know how to do that. So if someone's willing to help me on that going forward, then it would be massively appreciated. Obviously, now all I can do is play it through my speaker because I don't know how to do that. But I appreciate that. But yeah, I know about OBS. I've tried setting up OBS. Like, I had an absolute mare trying to do it. So I'm probably gonna have to ask someone to like set it up for me or something. I don't know, but it's very complicated. I find setting it up, and especially on a Mac computer. On an Apple computer, it's just not a thing. But anyway. I'm just gonna let this midsection play for a bit because it's fucking glorious and Oh, but like no. I mean, I'm not. Obviously, this video isn't monetized in any way. Like I've turned off all of that. But yeah, there's no monetization on this video, so people might, people will fucking, I'd appreciate it if Mousetrap, Armada, etc. didn't, put any kind of claim on the video or anything. But what can you do? Oh, Spotify loves to do this thing where if you put your phone on lock for like half a minute, it just vanishes. Like, what's the point? I just want to hear the bloody midsection of No Sleep. How hard is it? Like songs like these, man, I am so gutted that I never got to see him live. I'm just I'm so fucking. Oh, it would have been so good, but no, there's no room for that. I can't get no sleep. Yeah, absolute fucking class. Like, joke of a song. Absolute joke of a song. Unreal. Okay, moving on. We have his EP, House of God, which I'm sure a few of you are familiar with, which is like a bloody good EP. The vocal sample, pretty much like, not one of my favorite instrumentals of his, but it's the vocal sample is just so catchy, so memorable. Not going to play that one because I'm just going to try and play out the ones that have kind of affected me most. So affected me most from him. But yeah, sticking with that EP in 2019, we're going to go for "Come With Me," which is actually my favorite song from him. It's got Raito or Rato, never been sure how to say it, but on the collaboration. Yeah, no, mate, I know that, you know, streaming it through my computer and not through a speaker is how I should be doing it, but I don't know how. So, you know, I'm not massively fast right now. Like, I'm not massively fast. I'm just sitting here like listening to some tunes from, you know, a guy that I really enjoyed. You know, it just is what it is like. But yeah, "Come With Me," one of it is my favorite from him, I would say, that he ever put out. But yeah, "Come With Me." Producers, like, if you're looking for any kind of tips or anything like that on how to build a song, there is, like, for me, there's no better tune that I've heard in the last few years, pretty much, than this one when it comes to properly building a track and building atmosphere, tension, all of that. That that whole that whole thing that whole thing, even the whole song, there's no way that you could improve that in my eyes. Like, the production, the idea, the way it builds up, the tension of it, the atmosphere of it, as I mentioned already, like, the vocal sample just fits in perfectly. It's magical music, in my opinion. Like, that, it's so simple, but everything about it just fits so well, works so well. All the elements, like the volume, the pitch, the mixing of it, just everything. It's just so fucking on point. Like, for me, it's rare that you find a tune where you're just kind of, you get lost in the production of it, and you just like, it becomes a part of you almost. You know what I mean? Like, all the elements just work together so well, and nothing feels out of place or, you know, like it shouldn't be there. Do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, fucking hell, mad, just a mad tune, and it goes on from there. You know, for people that haven't listened to that kind of music or listened to him before, recommend hearing the rest of that one, because it's just like the way it develops and progresses is fucking, it's fantastic. Oh yeah. But yeah, moving on. I did want to mention also, I'm not going to play it here, but I did want to mention the tune "Violence" with Grimes, which was actually a very interesting direction for him to have taken, because it was kind of a bit more. Well, it was the tempo for one was like way lower, like maybe 70 or something BPM, and it was very interesting to see his sound go down that route. And you know, Grimes obviously such a big musician, such a big artist, could, you know, ask him for anything, and it was very, very, just, it was great seeing his sound essentially being slowed down and drawn out, and having a more enduring feel, just feeling a little bit more, well, considered, I would say. But you know, all of his music sounds considered and well thought out and well produced and all of that. But just the way that it was, yeah, drawn out and lengthened, if you will, just kind of stretched out in a way and made into a kind of plodding mid-tempo beat, was, I thought, amazing. And you know, when I talk about the potential of his sound and where it was and where it could have gone, you know, just pondering over the idea of him having not necessarily a different alias altogether, but just a different avenue as IO, doing a load of mid-tempo stuff, and just, you know, who knows from there. I think that would have been quite a clear different direction for him to have gone in. But yeah, it's an emphatic track. You know, it doesn't do a lot, and Grimes' vocal does carry it for the most part, but the instrumental fits it so well, like perfectly, like a glove, you know. So big shout out for Violence with Grimes, 100%. I also was considering playing System Arrow, which is from. Oh, we back? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Oh, ooh. Yeah, I was also considering playing System Error, but you know, I do enjoy it quite a lot. Not quite up there with my ultimates from him. Possession, if you're just tuning in, Mr. Kevin Waters, I didn't play, but I did give a decent spiel about it, about the vocal sample and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, a very, very memorable tune of his. We're moving on to 2020 now, and first off, his EP. Oh, which one is it? I can't remember what they're all called, these 444 ones. Energy 444. And yeah, first off, we are going to play the opener on that EP, and that is Another Level, which is just another banger from him. So yeah, let's go. I mean, like, we're talking about iconic vocal samples. He made a lot. Excuse me. He made a lot of. I mean, he didn't make them, obviously, but he found. He might have made them, actually. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but no, I'm pretty sure he just found them. But yeah, he found a lot of amazing, catchy, memorable vocal samples, and this is one of them. Just like big room techno, just so mean. You gotta love it.
I be on I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be illegal. I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be illegal. I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be illegal. I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be on another level. I'm so dope, I be illegal. I be on another level. I'm so dope, yeah, I be on another level. So I be illegal. I be on another level. So yeah, I be on another level. So I be
People ask me why, why I wanna play techno live. I mean, I so often I looked at him playing live and I was just like, I can't imagine a better feeling as a kind of relation thing from me to him. Thousands, like a sea of people out in front of you, and you're just playing that pounding beat, just like boom, 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 and everyone just fucking loving it. The lasers are going off. Like, just it's pure bass music. It's pure. It just gets to me. Just gets to me. Again, apologies about the audio and stuff. Like, I'm just sitting here playing it from my old speaker. Next time I do one of these, hopefully I'll have it, so that you can hear what I'm doing. And oh Spotify, man, you're fucking playing with me. No. But yeah, big tune. Another big tune. Yeah, no, I know about OBS and all that. I know about it. I've tried to set one up myself, but I've no idea what I was doing. Like, I looked through so many tutorials and just not a Scooby what was going on, not a Scooby what I was doing. But I would love for someone to just like fucking sort it out, or like help me sort it out, or show me a good tutorial. Like, if anyone has any tips on that, then do let me know. But yeah, moving on. Dancing 2020.
I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing.
The point raised about people not having posted about him yet and stuff like that. We always got to think about how people, process stuff like this. Some people might not. A lot of people tweet and make posts and all of that very soon after something's happened. And I don't think sometimes that, we think about enough about the people who don't say anything. I think the initial thought is always going to be, oh, like, we want to hear from them. Why haven't they said anything yet, kind of thing. But these people might be the ones who are, suffering the most and finding it very difficult to process it and talk about it in any way. So I'd say just keep that in mind with people who aren't, there are a lot of people he's collaborated with who haven't said anything. So, these people, they might say something, they might end up making a post or something similar, but if they don't, it's just, they know, they obviously they know it's happened. So we just have to trust and hope that they're okay and that they're, coping with it okay, is all I would say.
I like the way you move. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move.
Oh man, I want you guys to be able to hear what I'm hearing so much. Like, maybe I should just make like an extra video. I don't know, but I'm vibing right now. I'm fucking sad. I'm hella sad, but his music makes me so happy. Like, I can't deny.
I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move. I wanna see you dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing. I like the way you move. I wanna see
that bass is so warm. Like, can you hear that? Fucking like
dancing. I wanna dance with you. I like the way you dancing.
fantastic tune. I'm gonna move on now. Final few. Plan was to go for around an hour, and pretty on time at the moment. So in my head is quite an interesting double that he put out not long ago. Actually, I'll just look at the old date here. Yeah, literally a few weeks ago. Well, about 6 weeks ago. No, 9 weeks ago. It's been 2 months since September. That's a bit mad, isn't it? Yeah. The last double he put out quite a few doubles in his time. I mean, Castles in the Sky is kind of a double, but it's just like an original and an extended mix. So, yeah, my favorite of the two here of In My Head would have to be part 2. Internal Error, how you doing? And yeah, I mean, it kind of works hearing it with a bit of context, that context being part one. But for me, part two is just a bit more outright enjoyable, a bit more to it. So yeah, gonna just play it for you all now, and hopefully you can get a bit out of it, audio quality aside. This is proof. This song is proof to me that this song is proof that he has a range of sides to him. We talked about the mid-tempo kind of beat earlier with the Grimes tune, and it's clear also he was capable of trance and different kinds of house, like progressive house, and that's where the Dead Mouse influence came in. I would say, someone who he said was massive inspiration to him. But yeah, I mean, he, yeah, just gonna wait for the old. Oh, are we good? Yeah, sometimes I get a little notification about the connection, but then it just goes away pretty quickly. I can't remember when the vocal comes in, but it comes in very soon.
Am I okay? Am I okay? Just dancing in my head. Am I okay? Am I okay? Just dancing in my head. Am I okay? Am I okay? Just dancing in my head.
Oh, fucking hell. Moving on. Going to go to the EP that he made with Raito not too long ago, a couple of months ago, and the opener of that EP, the EP Revolution, Sensation, which is just sensational. But yeah, wrapping up with this one and then one more. I love that bit so much. Do 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 do. It's just so good. Okay, I want to take one recommendation from you guys. So we've got one more to go, which was the last song he put out, "Castles in the Sky." But before that, I kind of want to hear one that you guys would want me to play. Got a couple of different suggestions already. Okay, so 2 for Ghost in the Machine at the moment. Okay. It looks like it's going to have to be Ghost in the Machine. Alchemy remix running close, but let's go for Ghost in the Machine then. Not one of my favorites from him, but definitely one that I appreciate. This one has a very this one has a very Ibiza feel to it. I would say, like, quite, this is a bit more down the euphoric end from him, I think it is him singing, actually, because I've heard this voice in other tunes of his. I think it's the same voice, and yeah, I mean, wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, I mean, Shiver's saying it is, so there you go. Yeah, I just want to note on this. I love, not in a bad way. I'm not shaming anyone at all here, but this fantastic misunderstanding that we've got right here of someone recommending not techno, and someone else saying, yeah, we want to listen to IO right now. It's fine if you don't like techno, which is in principle the complete right thing to say. I appreciate that a lot, but yeah, it is a song by him. Yeah, a good song as well. But yeah, that was funny. I thought that was a good wholesome little moment for the stream. Big up V Keaton. Big up V Keaton. And big up Kevin Waters as well. Okay. Yeah. Another example of him, doing something different from his usual. As I said, the more, in a way, Ibiza driven, Dead Mousey vibe, if you know what I mean, like that very glowing progressive housey style with a lot of emotion running through it, just very melancholic at its core. And he had that in him. He had the pounding, dark, heavy bass driven. We all know he had that, but then he starts doing stuff like that as well, and it's just, you realize how multifaceted his style was, and how far it could reach. Just mad talent. Just final song, guys, because we've got to that point. As I said, wanted it to be about an hour, so got past that. But many of you all know that he put out a tune a couple of days ago. A cover of Castles in the Sky. The lyrics, but you can, there aren't a lot of them, but you can look into them if you want. But there is a bit of a pertinence to them. But yeah, we're gonna check out here right now the final tune that he put out. Yeah, it feels so odd and wrong saying that. In fact, I'm doing this stream at all, but yeah. Armada, as I said before, I haven't put any monetization on this video at all. I've cut it all off. The only thing you can do for a video like this one, but please don't strike me or anything like that, I beg you.
Do you ever question your life? Do you ever wonder why? Do you ever see in your dreams all the castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why do we have castles in the sky? Oh, tell me why all the castles made of ice. Please tell me why do we have castles in the sky? Oh, tell me
Sorry, I can't. When it really hits you, like the gravity of the situation and what's going on, and the fact that he's like just not here anymore. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I really appreciate you experiencing this with me, and joining this live stream and celebrating his life, his music, his career. This guy did such a daring thing. We cannot forget this guy was bringing techno to the mainstream, to the bass mainstream, like no one else. For me, that takes bravery, because there's a big divide between those two worlds, which are completely separate, by the way. People say to me, oh, it's a dark electronic music channel. Are you going to review some techno? But techno, for the most part, is another world altogether. I would love to do it, but it's completely separate from the mainstream and the majority of music that we listen to. And he came in and just gave it such a fresh look and glean, and it was so refreshing and so accessible as well. I think techno, for the most part, a lot of people just see it as quite a one-dimensional style of music and not something they can get into all that easily. But he made it so accessible. He put vocals in that gave it an unbelievable charm. He gave it melody. He gave it a real structure and meaning and purpose when it came to the construction of the music. And I don't think we can pinpoint someone else doing that as consistently as he was. And it's just such a shame to think about where he could have gone, how much more influential he could have been, even though he was already extremely influential. I hope there are people taking after him, taking after the path that he created, you know, and there's just a big hole, guys. Like, there's a big hole that has been left by him passing, and I find it really sad. But oh, he really honed his craft, you know, in such a short space of time, and we have to celebrate what he gave us and the legacy he's leaving behind, even though it wasn't long. The project was in action, you know. The amount of people, you know, this is a mostly, a lot of people come to this channel through his music. If you don't know of his music, you know, if you're not aware of him, you will have seen the sheer influx of dubstep producers calling him a genius, mad talented, you know, incredible work ethic, all these things. Like, and these are the people that you look up to. And for producers, they're the people whose ideas you're kind of, you know, looking to and working from. That's your inspiration, and they're calling him an inspiration, even though the music's completely different. So we do need to bear in mind and remember just how influential he was, not just for bridging the gap between techno and the bass mainstream, but also for just people in electronic music, EDM overall. Um, it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. I'm absolutely gutted, but he will still live on with us through the music he made. And, you know, we lovers, sorry, of his music, those who haven't checked him out yet, that'll always be there. Um, and other people will pick up from him. The baton will be passed on, I'm sure. And yeah, I think when someone makes such a big impact and when someone just puts their stamp on a scene, on a style of music, on a culture, you can really feel it. I felt that hard. So I've found the last couple of days quite a struggle. But, you know, as we've done here, you guys and me, that doesn't mean that we can't celebrate what he's done. And that's what we've done today. So big ups to all of you. Love you all. Thanks for joining in with this live stream. IO forever, 444 forever. I'm so happy that I took this opportunity to kind of, you know, really celebrate him. I never knew him. I never saw him live even, which does upset me, but you know, it's okay. We have enough to kind of keep us happy and remember him forever, you know. So again, I've got to a point now where, there's so much going on in my head that I'm kind of rambling, but appreciate you all, love you all, and I will see you in future videos. Again, thank you and big ups to all of you. Peace.